Welcome to 50-50 flow, a practice where we have the flow split between 20 minutes of a dynamic vinyasa followed by 20 minutes of a restorative sequence. So you get the best of both worlds where you feel like you've both moved your body and relaxed by the end of it. When you're ready, we'll start in tabletop. So you have the option to keep the knees on the mat, or you could tuck your toes and hover them. And then just start by rocking side to side, warming up the wrists, keeping the spine neutral so there's some awareness of the core. And then you can shift forwards and backwards. And if you'd like some variety, you could start to move through circular motions, going a few times clockwise, and then a few times anti-clockwise. Come back through center, lower the knees if they're lifted. Come up onto tented fingers. With your inhale, roll your shoulders back and dip your belly. With your exhale, roll your shoulders forwards and round your spine. Inhale, lowering the belly, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding the back, pushing the floor away. Keep this flowing, moving with your breath. If you'd like some variety here, as you inhale and drop the belly, send the hips back to the heels. And as you exhale and round the spine, ripple forward. So it becomes a dynamic cat-cow. Find a neutral spine. Then lift the left knee out to the side and start to draw circles with the leg. Taking the circles as wide as you can. Extend the leg all the way back. Bend your elbows in towards your side body. And lower your chest and your chin. Then super slowly slither forwards to come and lie on your belly. Keep the leg lifted, and you have the option to bring the forearms to the mat, or you could reach the right arm forwards, keeping the left forearm on the mat for stability. Lift the chest a little higher, reach right arm up, left leg up. Hold for an inhale. As you exhale, lower the right arm down if it's lifted. Bring your hands under your shoulders, press back up to tabletop. Lower the knee, and we'll switch sides, starting by drawing circles with the right leg. Then extend the leg all the way back. Bend your elbows close to the side ribs. Lower chest and chin. Super slowly slither your way forwards. Keeping the leg lifted. Start with both forearms on the mat. Then depending how you feel, you could reach the left arm up also. Lifting as high as you can. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, bring both hands under shoulders, push back up to tabletop. Lower the right knee down. Then extend your legs coming into plank. Start to pedal your legs out here, so just tapping one knee down to the mat at a time. And if you'd like to spice it up, you could start to twist as you bend and tap the knee. Start to pick up your hips as you pedal your legs, slowly pedaling your way into downward facing dog. When you arrive here, find stillness. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Then ripple forwards, come back to plank. Lower the right knee down, reach the left arm overhead for supported side plank. Reaching through the left fingertips here, hold for an inhale. As you exhale, press away from the floor, windmill the arms, come up. Bring the left hand to the leg, right arm reaches overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill the hands back down. This time, lift the left leg to come to a balance. If this is too much, you could always lower the foot or just see how high you could lift it. It doesn't need to be the level of the hips. And slowly start to sweep the leg forwards. You could heel toe the foot if it's on the floor. And bring the leg all the way forwards, bending the knee. Spin your back leg to face the top of your mat. Holding your twist for an inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand, step back to plank. With your exhale, lower down to your belly. And inhale to find cobra. Rolling the shoulders back. Opening the chest. Exhale, come back to downward dog. From downward dog, around your back, ripple forwards into plank. And lower the left knee down, come into supported side plank on the left side. Reaching the right arm overhead, hold for an inhale. As you exhale, windmill the arms come up. Right hand rests on the leg, left arm reaches up and over. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands back down. This time lift the right leg to come to a balance. Find what works for you here. So the leg could be lifted all the way or just a little bit. And start to sweep or heel toe the leg all the way forwards. Bend the knee, spin your back leg to face forwards to find a twist. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold your plank for a deep breath in, pushing the floor away. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. This time on your inhale, you could take cobra, or if you're ready, you could take upward facing dog. Exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale to step the foot between the hands. Reach your arms up for high lunge. Cactus your arms, roll your shoulders back and find a little bend in the back knee. As if you're rolling yourself back. Holding for an inhale. With your exhale, straighten that back leg. Wrap the right arm on top of the left. Bend your elbows and wrap the forearms around one another. Extend the front leg and hinge from your hip. Fold forwards. Focusing your gaze on one spot to help with the balance. Start to bend your front knee. Slowly lift the back leg off the mat. Take your time to find your balance here as you come to warrior 3. If you'd like something a little spicier, then start to lift the back leg even higher, coming into a standing split. Slowly lower the back foot down. Release your arms, cactus them. As you roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Holding for a breath in. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Taking it breath by breath. Giving yourself plenty of time in each pose. Meeting me back in downward dog. Lifting the right leg high with an inhale. Exhale to step through. Arms up, high lunge. Cactus your arms. Little bend in the back knee as you roll back with an inhale. With your exhale, wrap left arm on top of right. Wrap forearms round one another. Straighten both legs and hinge from your hips to fold. Focusing your gaze on one spot. It really does help with the balance. Bend your front knee. Shift your weight forwards and slowly lift the back leg to find warrior 3. Again, there is the option to start lifting the leg even higher, coming into a standing split variation. Slowly lower the back foot. Unwind your arms, cactus them as you roll your shoulders back. Big breath in here. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa at the pace of your breath. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high, open out your hip, inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Open out your back foot, windmill your arms to find warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, bend the back knee, bring hands to prayer as you shift towards the back of your mat. Inhale, come back to warrior 2, shooting forwards. Exhale, come back into Skandasana. Inhale once more, shooting forwards, warrior 2. Final time, exhale, come back to Skandasana. Holding a few breaths here. You could always use your hands on the mat if you need some more support. And rebend the front leg, straighten the back. Turn and plant your hands and step back to plank. You can take a vinyasa here, or you could just go straight back to downward dog. When you arrive in downward dog, lift your right leg high, open the hip. Exhale to step the foot through and come up to find warrior 2. Inhaling here. Exhale, shift back to the back of your mat, Skandasana. Inhale, come forwards, warrior 2. Exhale to find Skandasana. Inhale, warrior 2. Final time, exhale, Skandasana. Holding a few breaths here. You could always use your hands on the floor if you need some support. Then rebend the front leg, straighten the back, turn to face forwards and step to plank. From your plank, open out into side plank on the right. If you're modifying here, the right knee could always come down. If you would like a little bit more of a challenge, bend the left leg, lift the knee. Continue to press the floor away. Lower the left leg if it's lifted, and we'll switch straight to side plank on the left. If you're modifying this side, the left knee could be down. If you'd like a challenge, the right leg could be lifted with the knee bent. Come back through plank. Lower your knees to find tabletop. Then keeping your hips over your knees, walk your hands forwards. Sink your chest down into puppy pose. You could rest your chin or the forehead on the mat here. Lift the upper back and ripple your body forwards. Come and lie down on your belly. And come onto tented fingers. With an inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, roll your right shoulder in, turn your chest to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, roll the left shoulder in, turn the chest to the right. Inhale through center. Once more at the pace of your breath, going to each side. Come back through center, lower the chest, release your arms either side your body. With your inhale, lift your legs and lift your arms to find locust. You have the option to stay here, arms and legs extended, or you could bend the knees, catch your ankles to find bow. If you're coming into bow, press your ankles into your hands. This will help to lift the chest. Slowly release. Make a pillow with your forearms. Rest your head and give your hips a little wiggle side to side, releasing any lower back tension. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Then bend your left leg. Roll onto the right side of the body and place the foot behind you. Then you have the option to reach your left arm overhead. Take the pose as it is, or you could push the floor away and lift the hips to come up into Wild Think. Taking your pick here. If you're in Wild Thing, lift your hips, lift your heart, big breath in. If you're in Wild Thing, with your exhale, lower the hips back down. So we come to position 1. Then turn to face your feet. Right arm will wrap around the left leg. Left hand will place behind you for support to come into the twist. You could gaze down at the floor, or you could lift the gaze to look up and past your left shoulder. To release, turn to face your feet, bring both hands to the right side, then roll back onto your belly. Placing the hands under your shoulders, bending the right leg this time, roll to the left side of the mat and place the foot behind you. Reach your right arm overhead, and you can either take this as position 1, or you could press into the feet, lift the hips, coming up into Wild Thing for position 2. If you're in Wild Thing, keep pressing the floor away to lift the hips and heart. Hold for breath in. With your exhale, sit the hips back down. Turn to face your feet. Left arm will wrap around the right leg. Right hand will place behind you to come into the twist. You can either keep the gaze low or lift the gaze, look over your right shoulder. To release, twist to your left, plant your hands, roll back onto your belly. Then pressing all the way up to tabletop. Bring your big toes to touch, open your knees wide, and sink your hips to your heels, coming into child's pose. Starting to shift into the second part of our practice now. Begin to deepen your breath. And let go of any muscular effort. allowing yourself to slow down. No need to give 110% anymore. Lift your chest. Come back into tabletop. And lift the hips to find downward dog. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Lower the back knee down to find lizard. You can either stay up on your hands here, or you could come down to the forearms if it's available. You have the option to stay where you are, or you could come up onto the hands, turn your body to the left, reach to catch the back foot. If you have a strap, you could use it here to help you hold the foot. If you have neither, you could always use the strength in your leg to hold the leg in position and simply reach the left arm back. Slowly release. Edge your left foot over to the right side of the mat to come into pigeon. You may need to bring the foot in a little closer to you. And then walking the hands forwards, lower down. Come back up onto your hands and step back to downward dog. You may need to pedal out the legs just to reset. And then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lower the back knee down for lizard. You can either stay up on the hands here or come down to your forearms if it's there for you. You can either stay as you are or come up onto your hands, turn to the right slightly, and reach to catch the back foot, either using your strap to help you or simply using your strength to hold you in space. Release the foot if you're there, and walk the right foot over to the left side of the mat to come into pigeon. You may need to bring the foot in closer to make it more accessible. Then make a pillow with your arms and lower down, settling into stillness. Come back up onto your hands. Then sit over on your right side so that you can free your back leg and bring both legs in front of you. Place the hands behind for support. Then knock your knees from side to side. Bring the knees back through center. Then cross the right leg in front and the left leg over the top, stacking the legs like fire logs. The aim is to line up the knees and the feet. If your knee is all the way up here, that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. We all have different ranges of mobility. You have the option to stay here. If you'd like some variety, you can place both hands on the release the twist if you're there. And then we'll switch the stack of the legs. So the left leg will go on the bottom, the right leg will go on the top, aligning knees and feet. If you're twisting, this time hands will be on the left side as you twist to the left. Release the twist. Then extend your left leg out to the side. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Place the left hand on the inside of the leg and reach the right arm up and over, bending to the left. You may find that you can come all the way down to the forearm over time as the body relaxes into the position. Inhale to lift back up. Extend the right leg. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Right hand to the inside of the leg. Reach the left arm up and over as you bend. Inhale to lift back up. And extend both legs and come and lie down on your back. As you lie down, bend both knees and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Place your hands around the back of the right leg and hug your legs into your chest. The closer you draw your legs, the more sensation you should feel. Lower the right foot down, release the hands, keeping the legs in a figure four position. Let your legs fall to the right side of the mat, coming into a gentle twist. And you can either keep the head looking up to the sky, or you could turn your head to look left. Release the twist. Lower the left foot down. Then cross the right ankle over the left knee. Bring the hands round the back of the left leg and hug your legs into your chest. Lower the left foot and release the hands. Let your legs fall to the left side of the mat to come into the twist. And if it feels okay for your neck, you could turn your head to look to the right. Release the twist. Uncross the right ankle. And then you can either extend the legs to come into Shavasana, or you could keep the knees bent and knock your knees together to come into constructive rest. Either resting the hands on your belly or relaxing the arms by your side. Begin to deepen your breath. And slowly make your way into a seated position. Then resting your hands on your knees, sitting up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up by your ears. Take a deep breath in. And then with your exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. That completes the end of this practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'll see you for the next one.